Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game.
The coach here, welcoming you to another installment of Madden Ultimate Team. There's been a lot of talk leading up to this matchup, and it's finally here. But can it live up to all the hype?
And off we go from Denver. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The Chiefs offense now ready to go to work for the first time, led by Patrick Mahomes, the 2018 NFL Most Valuable Player.
When talking about Patrick Mahomes, what's a normal season for him is probably a career year for 99% of the other quarterbacks in the game today. 4,800 yards, 37 touchdowns, and a fourth straight trip to the AFC title game. He's making sure that all of us...
And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go. Now here's Mahomes. Open man is Darius Fountain. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Mahomes now on first down. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mahomes now to throw. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Marquez Valdez-Scantling bringing in that one from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. The lane opens here. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They start on the ground here at Sanders. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with second down and play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield. Everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
A run right side, it's Bettis. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Wentz now on first down. And he's got Shockey. It's so close. He gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up first and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Throwing his Wentz. Flush to his right. That's going to be caught by Gonzalez for a Bronco touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
I thought that was a nice job there, feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
Now Cade York for the extra point. And he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. Out comes Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass, as he'll try again here to duplicate that success, starting with a first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now Mahomes, a throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Chris McAllister. 20, 10, 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Time for a break.
All right, so we skip the rest of halftime and get set for the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Second half will start with a run by Sanders.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Levante David in on the tackle.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out in the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
Down inside the 10.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal from very short range.
They'll try and pound it in with Bettis. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Jerome Bettis punching it in from a yard away.
And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
York now for the extra point.
And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up the 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
56 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
And I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And he will have the Broncos first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Sanders. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Wentz. That's going to be caught by Gonzalez. Touchdown, Broncos. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that will make this a 19-point game.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Hardman, he is not going to bring this out, so they will start the drive at the 25.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, Both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Mahomes' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. One final try for Mahomes.
It's Kelsey on the grab.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory.
Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait